Hello everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so today is going to be another installment in my dyeing adventure. I believe it is number 19. So I am super excited to share with you some different yarns that I have dyed recently. So one of the techniques that I decided to do was with some indigo yarn or indigo color dye, and this was in the crock pot, and I did soda ash, and then I did the indigo dye, and I am super excited with how these turned out. This might be one of my favorites that I have done. So here we go. I love the tonal and the really dark bits. I am super excited with how this turned out. Here we go. And I will open this up for you. This is 100% cotton. It is I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, previously in the color white, now indigo. So super duper pretty. And then we had a little bit of resist where the tie was, which I just think looks so cool. So there we go. I decided to use a smaller size setting on my Swift. That's why it's not as long and skinny looking. Because when I'm rinsing it, when it was so long, it was hard to rinse. And then when I'm drying it, I have two different places I dry, and one of them, it was starting to, like, it kind of touches the floor, so I kind of have to, like, drape it onto itself. So I'm trying different sizes. This is, I think, the 54. I think it's the 54 one. There is a 61, and then there's a 72 one, which I started with 72 to begin with. Anyways, that's why it's shorter. That whole thing was just so that I could say this is shorter. Yeah. And then, so that was the indigo dye. I did have, let's see, the rest of these -3 were ones that I dyed to begin with and then speckled afterwards. So this one was a previously dyed one that wasn't very dark, and so I added indigo again on top of it. So here we are. And this one I just speckled one side. So it was like I laid it out in my pan and then just speckled one side really heavily, and this is how it turned out. I am pretty happy with this one also. Oh, I love this part right there. Oh my goodness, so pretty. And I will open it. Oh. See, this is one of the 72. So we've got like some nice spots. There we go. Very, very happy with it. All right. So there's that one. Well, that pair. All right. And then, let's see, this one was, I used think it was, navy. There was a new navy that I got. I bought some Dharma yarn, or Dharma dyes, not yarns. Some Dharma, like some new colors in the Dharma dyes, and I used Dharma, I think it was like Nebulous Navy, something like that. And then the other part was, excuse me, the yarn has fluff in the air now. And the other one was eggplant purple. So I speckled these. I got a lot of colors that I did not expect from these. There are so many different colors. All right. So this one has like a little bit of everything. We've got some yellow, magenta, bright blue. And then down here we've got like a really dark bit and some more magenta. It's very interesting how it turned out. So there was that one. Oh, and then there's this one. This one has a teeny bit of like green right through here. And like how it, right through here, it turned it kind of purpley. Kind of interesting. But like a lot more sharp, like sharp speckles in colors I didn't expect. So that's kind of fun. And like I said, this is an old one that I over dyed because I wasn't satisfied with the color. Like I had a whole bunch of light blues that just, I mean, they're pretty, but how many light blues do I need? Especially when I love jewel tones. Yeah, so this one has quite a bit of the sharp speckles on it that I'm pretty happy with. Here we go. And then, so originally when I was first doing the, when I first started the dyeing, I did 2 purple and 2 kind of gray blue colors, and my intention was to speckle over top of them. The speckles didn't take. I tried 2 times to get the speckles to take, and then I started reading my little dyes, and they're like, soda ash, and I was like, duh, I knew that. I knew it needed soda ash, and I didn't even think about it. Because previously when I'd speckled before, excuse me, I had used RIT dye, and RIT dye does not require soda ash, but the Jacquard and the Dharma both do. So wasn't even thinking about it. So these 2 have bright blue, cerulean blue, and then the base I want to say was it pearly gray and a little bit of blue in it. So there we go. And I'm so happy with like these spots. Like, I think that's so cool. It's so cool. So happy. I like this one even more. Look at those spots. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. I'm very excited to see how these ones will work up. This one you can see a little bit more of those two colors, and you can tell it's a newer one because it's the smaller size. But, like, look at that. Here we go. I'm super happy with those. There we go. Oh my goodness. He's so pretty. And then I did a purple. I believe this was, it was hyacinth was the purple. And then I speckled violet. It was violet, and what was the other one? I want to say lavender. I don't think the lavender showed up very well. I think at the first time I did it, I speckled 3 different kinds of purple on, and I know violet was one of them. I don't think the lavender one took. Anyways, so there was 3 different kinds. If I can figure it out, I'll put it up here, but otherwise I for sure did violet. So this turned out a lot more red than I expected. So this one has kind of red and light blue specks on it. Kind of interesting. There we go. And then this one. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. There we go. And I'll open it up for you. So I've got some bits in there. There we go. And there we are. Look at that. That's pretty fun. All right. Let's see. And then, okay. So I tried an ice dye, and then I also had one that was kind of teal, and they're very similar. Let me see. Okay, I think these go together. Actually, I'll be able to tell by the size. I think these two go together. Okay, so this was kind of a teal base, and what I got some teal Dharma dye, and I also put some black jacquard dye on it. And this is how it turned out. Excuse me. So I think it turned out pretty fun. I was expecting the teal to be more teal, but didn't seem to want to take, like, I just, like, it's kind of teal. Ooh, it's got my hair on it. But I think it's pretty. I really had fun. I do like it quite a bit. Like, especially that bit right there. It's so fun. All right. And strangely enough, this one has like yellow. Must be something in either the black or the teal that broke to make little pops of yellow. So there we go. I think it's super fun. Here we go. I like how like it's speckled, but like in enough spots that I think it'll show up really well in whatever I end up making with it. So that's why I'm super excited about this. Interesting. Just a teeny bit of orange. Just a little bit. All right. And then I tried for the first time ice dyeing. So what I did was I'd gotten a tulip tie-dye kit a long time ago that had it came with a little plastic grid. And so I put some yarns on top, and then because like a lot of the ones I've seen where they like make like a kind of a enclosure so that everything stays on top. Well, I didn't have that. I have just my silver steam pans. So I was like, well, the excess dye is just gonna go into the bottom of the pan. So what I did was I did some yarns here, but then I also circled the grid where I had the ice. So I circled it around it to kind of absorb all that dye that was going to slowly melt and end up at the bottom of the pan. So I wasn't going to be wasting it. So let's see. Okay. So this is how it turned out. This was Dharma dye in the color Avalon. And I did ice dye it, so it turned out pretty cool. It was interesting because the color on the website looked like it was supposed to be purple and green. This turned out like teal and moody gray. I mean, I love it. I think it's super cool, but I was like, it's not what I expected it to be. So here's one. And like this one, you can kind of see the purples like right through here and such, and like a little bit of the greens. But when you hold it back, it looks very blue, which I love. So I'm not complaining, but it was just like, huh, it's not what I expected. So here's the next one. So I did two that was around. This is one of the ones that was around because you can see where this was like the outside, and then like everything was on the in the middle. And then as it spread, there were parts that didn't get much saturation of pigment at all. So like right up here, this would have been like the outside. But I was pretty happy with how this turned out. So I did three hanks in the ice dye. There we go. And I think it was super fun, and I look forward to trying it again. The fact that it came with the tulip tie-dye makes me think that I should be able to use various colors of the tulip tie-dye to make more. I'll have to see what their process looks like, because what I did and when I researched it, it showed it as you put all the fabric or yarn like on the grid, pre-soaked in soda ash, and then you put the ice on top, and then you sprinkle the dye powders over top of that. I'm wondering if with the tie-dye, because it came with the bottles, I'm wondering if you make up the bottles and then you spray on top of the ice itself. I'd have to look into that, but this was just the materials, ice, and then I did the powder and then let it sit for like 24 hours so that it could absorb as much dye as it was willing to. Like there wasn't much left over afterwards, so I was pretty happy with that. So, and it didn't have to take a lot of time to, like, cotton does take more time to rinse than, say, usually a wool, but I did not run into many problems with it taking extra long for this process, you know, versus anything else. It was pretty easy to rinse it out. So there's that. And then I do have some more yarn to share with you, but I would like to take this moment to say, Jude from Llamas in Pajamas, if you don't want to see your birthday gift, you're gonna need to turn me off right now. Or if it might come out late enough that you get it already. But if you want to be surprised and you haven't got your gift yet, go ahead and turn me off. Okay, I think she's gone. All right, so I did do some dyeing for my friend Jude. Her birthday is in April, and she requested a few colors, and I was happy to oblige. So this is Knit Picks 100% cotton in fingering weight, and this was what I made. This was pan dyed with so I did the over the burners, and I had my steam pan, and I did pearly gray, I did hunter green, and I did, was it sage? I think it was sage. If I'm wrong, I will put it up here. But I did those three, and I am super happy with how it turned out. There we go. So she had requested green and gray, and I was like, I will try. I think they turned out super beautiful. I did have a little bit of white in here, which I just think looks cool. Hopefully she'll think it looks cool too. But here we go. What do you guys think? I think it is so pretty. Here we go. And then I have no idea where my gloves went to, but I'm going to show this to you anyway. So I got some of the Knit Picks Stroll Glimmer. It is fingering weight, and I did a base of, what was it? I did a base of purple, and then I put, what was that? I put another purple over top. Maybe I did hyacinth and then purple over top. I think that might have been it, because I did use the hyacinth for that one. I am so impressed with how this turned out. It is wool, I'm okay. I won't touch it long. But I have not been this happy with a yarn. I hope you guys can see the sparkles. Maybe a little bit. I can't tell. It's really gorgeous. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. But I wish I could have that yarn. It is so gorgeous. I wish I could dye that yarn and have it for myself. That would be amazing. But I can't. So I just have to dye it for my friends and be like, I put my heart into this. I hope you like it. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful day or night or whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful.